Welcome to my channel. This video is for a whip braid. If you haven't done so, please subscribe and don't forget to tap that bell for notifications on my uploads and live streams. This whip braid is going to have a candy cane stripe. You want to use 4 ribbons, 2 of the same color, so 2 of each color. They need to be the same length. So you're going to put 1 of each color on top of each other, and you want to put the dull side on the inside and the shiny side on the outside. That way when you make the braid, that shinier side of the acetate ribbon is always on the outside, always showing. And then you're going to take, like I'm using black and red, so my black is on top in the middle, so I'm going to put the black on top going to the right. The red is on bottom in the middle, so I'm doing the red on bottom to the left. So the one going on to the left is your very bottom ribbon, and then your 2 middle ribbons, and then the one going to the right is going to be your top ribbon. So you want them laid out exactly like that. I put a staple in it because it's easier for me, but I will have to take the staple out later. So I just want you to be aware of that. And I do like to take a piece of masking tape and tape that down. And I have tried like a clip or something instead of a staple, and it just doesn't work out for me. It may work better for you. I don't know. This just works best for me, so this is the way I do it. Now I'm going to take that ribbon on the right, or the left, I'm sorry, the red ribbon on the left, and I've got a little picture and I've got them all numbered, so that's number 1. Your bottom ribbon is number 1, and then as you go up it's 1, 2, 3, 4. So I put it between the 2 middle ribbons, the number 2 and number 3 is going between them. So it's going on top, a red is going on top of red. Now you're going to take that number 4, the one on the right, and it's going to go under the top 2 ribbons, and then it's going to come back around. So it ends up, the black ribbon ends up on top of a black ribbon. That's what I think is the easiest about doing this candy cane stripe and layering the colors like I did, because you're always going to put the red on top of the red, and you're always going to put the black on top of the black. So I'm doing this very slowly, hoping that this will be a better video and help you. See, that one went back underneath the middle red and then back over that red. So it went under it and over the middle red. Just kind of pull it snug. Just kind of keep pulling on them. They're not going to look like a whip braid at this point. It's not going to look anything like one, so don't worry about that. Now the black is on top, so it needs to be folded next. It's going to go under the middle 2 ribbons there, that are the top 2 ribbons, the black and the red, and then it's going to go on top of the bottom red. So under the top 2 ribbons, under the top 2 ribbons, on top of the bottom middle ribbon, and then it comes back around so it's on top again. I hope I'm not screwing this up by my voiceovers. It's not making it more complicated. Now the red goes under the middle red and then back over that middle red. So it's constantly, that red ribbon that you use to braid is constantly going under the red and over the red, under the red and over the red. Now you have to take off the masking tape or untape it to the table and start pulling on those ribbons, and this is when you're going to start to see that design, that whip braid look. You just want to start pulling on all those ribbons, pull them snug. You can see it's starting to take shape, but now is when it can get confusing, because you have 2 ribbons going to the right and 2 ribbons going to the left, and you're like, wait, this is a different layout. So the ribbons on the right are going to be your braiding ribbons. See, I'm taking that black and it went back over the black still. That red now is going under everything, and then it's going back over that red, and it'll go under the blacks. Now my black will be next. After I pull those snug, now my black is going to go under those 2 and then back over the black. So see how it's constantly, each color is constantly going under and then back over the same color, and I think that's a little bit easier to keep track of than a regular whip braid that has the more diamond shape to it. See, it has the, again, that black is going under those middle two ribbons and then coming back around and on top of the black. So those two ribbons that are going to the left now, those were your middle two ribbons. So they don't braid at all. You are braiding with them, but you're not using them to actually do the braiding or the weaving. The red goes under everything and back over the red and then under the black. And the black will always keep going under the middle or the top two. And you have to keep taking it apart or taking it off the table and pulling them to keep that shape, because you don't want to wait till the end or it won't make that shape. And then you also pull on the braid to make it tight. So you pull the ribbons and then you run your hand across the braid and kind of pull on it. So again, the black is going under the middle two and then back over. And hopefully that has made sense and you guys have gotten to this point. Now you get to the end, you want to braid as far as you can. And then as soon as you're done, you want to form the ribbons. You're just going to fold over two of the ribbons, so two are on top of each other going to the right and two are on top of each other going to the left. They don't have to be the same colors. They just need to be, you just need two going to the left and two going to the right. You got to have them as snug as possible and then staple it. And now you got to go back to that other end, which you can see that's not. And if that wasn't going to be showing, you might be able to just leave that and staple that part to your backer. But if it's showing, if there's any gaps in there, I like to go ahead and make sure that it's all tight and snug. So these staples are those really good staples, so I have to undo it with a pair of pliers. If you were using just a regular staple, then you could use the staple remover and be easier. But I just always have my mom making stapler right there. So once you get that staple out, you want to carefully hold on to it so it doesn't come undone, and just start pulling on those ribbons and make sure the braid is nice and snug. And then again, you want two ribbons going to the right and two ribbons going to the left. You see on this one, I've got one of each color going to the right and left, and it doesn't matter. One side is going to be stapled to the backer. And then again, you pull on the braid to make sure it's snug. Pull on each ribbon. Once you get it as snug as you think you can, then you want to staple it so it doesn't come undone. And you don't want to pull those ribbons so tight that they're bending or anything like that. You just want them snug. Now you can go back and trim off the ends of one side and make it nice and pretty, because that will be the side that you see. So you can end that. You can have those ribbons cut however you want. Okay guys, thanks so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope it helped. Please subscribe, share, comment, like. Please be kind with your comments. Please be kind to others, and happy mum making.